In the last few days on the market, Bitcoin has actually been bleeding quite significantly, and on today's update video, I will give you guys a bigger perspective what currently is happening, because currently we are breaking down of this very important support line. I will be talking about the most important charts that are going to be telling us something about what that next move is going to be on Bitcoin. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1000 likes on today's update video. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content, and let me kick off this video with starting to talk, of course, about the imminent short term, where Bitcoin is currently breaking below that very important 28-day downtrend. So yeah, we saw that Bitcoin, of course, previously around, saw some resistance from off this level. While we broke above it, this level provided support for more than 3 days in a row, and now since last night we actually broke below it again, and Bitcoin is right now trading below this level, which is, in my opinion, quite worrisome. And first we were creating somewhat of a compression pattern, and we were seeing that Bitcoin indeed was creating a compression, and yes, the compression broke downwards. So currently Bitcoin broke the trend line, but what is very important in my opinion, if we're going to be looking at the 4-hourly time frame, and this was also the level I was talking about 2 videos ago, that yes, if Bitcoin were to be coming down, we're going to be looking at this level right here, the 60 to 61,000 US dollar level. This is a very important level, because I can stretch this level even further and see that this level, in the history of this consolidation phase where we've been trading in, has always been very important for the market. So you can see that here it provided massive support, here massive support, here massive support, here a massive rejection, and currently we just touched it and already bounced back towards the upside. And I want to be saying that yes, if Bitcoin were to be creating a higher low in the market, this would be the perfect level to be doing so. And I still really do believe that we are at the point where the reversal is about to be imminent on Bitcoin. And let me also explain why. Is because the funding rates remain to be negative, and the longer the funding rates are negative in a bull market, the bigger the chances that Bitcoin is actually going to be crushing up higher. And of course, it is just more than likely to expect that Bitcoin is going to be going higher if I'm looking at the liquidity, because while we've been going down, more and more Bitcoin short liquidations are building up above us. And yes, to be clear, more than $3.17 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations will be happening if Bitcoin is going to be pushing up towards $67,000. And if we push up even higher, you can clearly see the difference between the liquidity on the lower side and on the top side, and also on the daily time frame. There's just more liquidity laying above us, and that is why I ultimately think it is going to be more likely that Bitcoin is going to be moving up higher. And here on the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that this is of course the most important support to be looking at. And yes, if we're going to be looking at the bigger perspective, we're still in this massive consolidation phase, and I opened my Bitcoin long position in this orange box right here. And I am not necessarily going to be opening up more positions once we're going to come back towards the orange box. But however, if Bitcoin clearly breaks below the orange box with a confirmed break below it, I'm potentially going to be going out of my trade to, of course, make sure that I'm not going to be losing any money on this trade. So yeah, it's going to be very important to be paying attention what I'm going to be doing next. If you want to be joining me with my next trade, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because step by step, and if people that follow me on the channel know this, I have shared this trade, my setup, my limit orders, why I was uptaking it. So if you want to be knowing more about that, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're not going to be missing out on my next trade. But also guys, you can currently claim a free $200 trade here on Bybit, and all you need to do for it is go to the link description of today's video, press on this link right here, sign up an account, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, you will be getting a free $200 trade on Bybit, which is of course extremely nice to be having. So yeah, Bitcoin is consolidating, and still, I've been saying this for so many times before, I do believe that whenever we get these 20 to 23% corrections, it usually tends to be indicating it's the bottom. And right now, indeed, we're seeing a breakdown of that falling wedge pattern. But currently, if we're just looking at the most important levels in this consolidation phase we're currently trading in, that we're currently sitting at this very important stage where a bounce could be very likely to be happening on Bitcoin. So if a bounce were to be happening from here, we're creating the first higher low of this trend, and this could be of course the beginning point of the next trend towards the upside. So I don't really think that it is bearish to see Bitcoin come down towards this level. Of course, if we break below this very key level right here, I do believe that most likely there's a very big chance Bitcoin is going to be breaking even lower, but I think that the chance of that happening is particularly low right now in the market. So this is how I'm approaching Bitcoin. And yes, if I'm also looking at the bigger perspective, I do believe that also if you're just looking at the weekly time frame, all we're seeing right now is a massive retest of that previous Bitcoin resistance. And whenever we, of course, retest these levels, you should take this opportunity with both hands. And that is what I'm also currently doing. And I mean, currently the halving has been only a few weeks ago, and we're currently on 1% in terms of Bitcoin halving progress. And usually the 1% is still that boring consolidation for Bitcoin. The point where it usually gets very interesting is around 15 to 20% of halving progress. And for that, we're potentially still like 6 to 8 months out. So we still have to be very patient. And of course, I am also very patient because I do really believe that the Bitcoin bull market is going to be happening. But if history is an indication, it's probably going to take us another like 4 months even before it's really going to get started. And anything we're going to get in the coming weeks or months ahead of ourselves is only going to be a gift, in my opinion. We should be embracing with both hands. And yeah, just like you can see, every single bull market, Bitcoin goes exponential, and that is a thing you do not want to be missing out on. So this was it for me in today's update video. It was a very short video, I do know it, but there's nothing more really to be talking about on the market right now. So thanks so much for watching towards this amazing new video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.